My name is Tina Connor, and I'm a parent of a 3-sport high school senior. I'm sure some of you have read the many emails that I've sent supporting these athletes, coaches, and staff. Thank you to those who have responded. I felt a little defeated after the last meeting, but I was angry at myself for not standing up to speak. I truly thought public comment was just for the budget, so I hadn't prepared anything, and I didn't think I could share my thoughts in the right manner, and I have felt I let the kids down every day since. I first want to say that I'm proud of a lot of these kids. They have been dealt a hand that is tough, and they have come up against some opposition that has taught them to stand up for themselves, dig for facts, and share their voice. Are there other people in this world fighting much bigger battles? Well, of course there are. These kids are not making light of other people's battles. They are simply standing up for themselves. To some, sports is just a game. To others, it's such a big part of their life. When it's taken away, everything changes. Think of something you feel like you can't live without. Remove something from your life that has been a constant for over 13 years. As an adult, it's hard to lose something. As a teenager, it's devastating. I could sit here and retell you the stories that you have already heard about how sports have changed lives, how sports have kept kids in school, giving kids their only sense of belonging, even their only sense of family. I can retell the stories of coaches going and sitting in classrooms of their athletes to keep them on the right path, to coaches who were the only ones who saw a kid struggling and did something about it, to coaches that keep pushing because they saw something in their athletes or students that no one else did, or the ones that made sure they brought an extra snack or a few extra dollars because they didn't want to see any of their kids going without. The ones who offered extra practices or sat down with their athletes to help them study for that test on the way to games, or before and after practice because they cared about their success both on and off the field. I can repeat the concerns from parents seeing a difference in their child's personalities, about how their children once loved school and cared about their grades, and now they could care less. I could tell you about someone who called to check in on my child because they had seen Gracie practicing one day and said it just wasn't the same Gracie out there. Something was missing. But you've read all those stories, or at least they were emailed to you. We have all looked at stats and numbers and trends. We have all read guidelines and news articles, doctors' comments. The list goes on and on. We can research and pull the stats that will support our own personal feelings and thoughts. For every stat that is shown in support of playing sports, someone can find one that doesn't, and vice versa. And personally, I could care less about any of those anymore. I can see firsthand what the lack of sports, in-school classes, and extracurricular activity has done to the people that matter to me. My child, my family, and every child enrolled in Alleghany Public Schools. Whether you're a freshman and you're missing out on your first season, or a senior who's had their final season ripped away from them, while they watched every other school in their district be given a chance, these are the people I care about. We entrust the lives of our kids to the coaches and the staff 180 plus days a year. Other than their parents, they are the ones that see them every day. They are the ones seeing what the lack of sports are doing, and they are giving more than expected to keep these kids active, on the right path, and are trying to give them opportunities that they should never have to fight for. And these coaches and staff members have worked tirelessly to give our kids a sports season. We need to start listening to the ones that are with our kids daily, in their classrooms, in their schools, and on the court and field with them 5 or more days a week. Someone in Richmond doesn't know our kids. Someone in Roanoke doesn't know our kids. The parents, the teachers, the coaches, the athletic directors, they know our kids. And I would take their recommendations over anyone else, and everyone that I've spoken to wants to see our kids play. And anyone that doesn't can step aside and choose to allow someone else to step in. I trust the teachers, the staff, and the coaches to keep my kids safe, to know the risk, to follow the guidelines and let them to live in a pandemic and not fear it. As a parent, I should be able to make that choice for my family. The holidays are over, the vaccines are making their way throughout the state, people have immunity, and our kids have shown that they can stay safe. We have already lost one season. Don't keep punishing these kids and let them play, please.
Thank you very much.